Alright, so this is about the most offbeat machine that has been added to my collection. I guess you could say in a way the Sanitaire bug has bit me, and also just this got added, much like the Elite, for really cleaning for where I work, because it's worked out very well for that, especially in the church with a lot of wide open areas to clean when we do that. So, a little bit of story behind this. I had seen these before. I knew Rubbermaid made machines like this for the commercial market, and I knew they were based on Sanitaires. Some of them are different, but they had a lineup based on Sanitaires. And I knew that they were, discontinuing them and effectively shutting down the whole vacuum line from Rubbermaid. So we've kept doing more work and more carpet cleaning for the church that I was talking about originally with regards to the Elite. So I figured I would look into these, and I had originally started looking at the 16-inch Sanitaire, and the prices on those, even as a dealer that can get the machines, is insane. What I paid for this, our cost on the other machine is still more than double, which I paid $110 for this. So basically, I remembered these while looking at those 16-inch Sanitaires, knew they were based mostly on a Sanitaire, and set out to see if I could still find them. And the answer was yes. There are still even ones online. I think they're down to like $79 on Amazon now with free shipping, which is very nice because they're absolutely brilliant machines. I'm so happy that I did order this in. Now, what I've been able to find out on this is it looks like a company called Perfect, the same one that builds the classic Electrolux knockoffs that are made in China, build this. And basically, it's just like their machines. It just has this plastic cover on top in place of metal for Rubbermaid to make the product look unique, and this stupid red dial, which at least is easier to grab onto and turn than the all-round dial-and-nap style knobs on the actual Eureka. Another nice touch that they added is they rubberized the foot pedal, so you don't hit it with your foot and slide off. And some of the Eureka ones do have a kind of rubber cover on it, but it's very, very slick. This is actually pretty grippy, surprisingly. So really, the only difference you have from a Sanitaire is the base is slightly different. You've got a quick clean fan chamber that's very similar to what the Sanitaire uses. It just looks to be a bit wider and more spaced out. The little locks for the base plate is different. Base plate itself is different in the way it locks in, but this is actually easier to put on than the Sanitaire ones. And then you've got, instead of a Vibra-Groomer 1 16-inch brush roll that you've got in pretty much, I think, all of the 16-inch Sanitaires have that brush roll. You have a Vibra-Groomer 1 based one with these black and white bristle strips. But otherwise, it's standard Sanitaire fare. It sounds like a Sanitaire. It performs like a Sanitaire. It does have, and this is the biggest thing that I like that Perfect did, these hooks are so much better than Sanitaire hooks. They're more durable, they're less flimsy, mainly, and they're easier to put in. If you've ever tried to actually properly align a Sanitaire hook on one of their machines, it's horrible. It's the worst part about them. You've got the cam lock style quick disconnect for the bag back in there, but this actually does not have a shakeout bag. It's got the slide clip up here like it does, but it's not a shakeout. This actually is fitted for disposable cloth bags. And I thought, or not cloth, disposable paper bags. Now, I thought, when I ordered this, honestly, that it was just going to be, typical F&G. clone. But no, you've got this entire plastic fill tube. Now, Rubbermaid, rather, never says anything about bag sizing other than what they've got for these. What really you can fit is just Royal B bags. Hoover A, I think, would work in a pinch, but the collar seems to be a little bit tighter than Royal B. The one thing I can say for Rubbermaid's bags, they are expensive, but they filter so much better. This is, I want to say, like three honest, full household uses. I've started using this to clean my grandparents' house because it makes the job go so much faster. They've got a pretty big, wide-open house. And, I mean, you can see the amount of dust that comes through, and you can see it blown through onto the inner bag lining. The original bags are a lot better. They're a lot thicker. They've got a lot more dense filter material. It looks like because I actually cut the original one open. The collar tore out. A toothpick had hit it, and the collar kind of tore out. So I cut the bag open out of curiosity to see what was in it, and the Rubbermaid bags, the non-HEPA ones, just the paper, because they have a HEPA version supposedly for some machines. It's like 3 layers of paper and then what looks like a electrostatic microfilter layer in it. And it was absolutely brilliant. It maintained filtration a lot better and performance a lot better, but at least Royal B is common and cheap and incredibly big too, so that's nice at least. When the bags do burst, like I said, it's got the slide clip, so you can open it all up and clean it out. That's what I had to do the first time. But otherwise, I really like having this fill tube. It seems like it makes the machine have an easier time of getting things out of the fan chamber and just blown into the bag, especially big things. Like, my grandparents, I've just taken to sucking pretty much everything up that's on the floor, as long as it's not a coin or something that can damage it, so it's done incredibly well with that. But what I'm going to do is I'll tuck this bag back in and we'll give it a run, but fair warning, it sounds just like a normal F&G machine. Now, the only gripe I really have with this machine, and with, I guess in a way, perfect manufacturing, is, and I should also say, there's no telling how long this has been sitting for. It was a clearance from, like, a warehouse liquidation type company on eBay, so that might have something to do with it too, but the brush roll does not sound the healthiest. Really, I think I need to pull the bearings out and either clean them up or just probably replace this. So, here we go. And it's been like that since I took it out of the box. It's just gotten progressively worse with use. But otherwise, I've been very impressed with it. It performs really well. It seems like the way this base plate has been redesigned actually edge cleans a bit better than the standard Sanitaires. But yeah, I've been amazed. I did not realize this has a 7-amp motor, obviously, like most Sanitaires, and all 16-inch Sanitaires. I didn't realize there would still be so much power in one of these for just edge-to-edge cleaning and just cleaning in general and clamping down to the carpet. I would have thought that would be diminished quite a bit with the extra length, but no, it's exactly the same as a 12-inch 7-amp Sanitaire. So if you're looking for something like this, you really can't beat these. You can get the parts for them. The only thing I really think you probably won't end up being able to get is that top plastic cover, but if you break that, I have a feeling there's a way to put the metal one from the Perfects or something else on.